Coming up on the show, we find out what's new in the Mercedes-Benz GLE. A look at the new launches of the week, the Maruti Suzuki Baleno and the new Avengers from Bajaj. And check out a new cycle with electric mobility.
Hello and welcome to CNB Bazaar Buzz. Yes, this week, two monsters joining me. It's the Indian dark horse as well as the new Fiat Abarth Punto that has hit the markets. But you can catch both these reviews on CNB as well as online on our site carandbike.com. But let's start the show with another monster. This is the Mercedes-Benz GLE. Siddharth recently drove the car to find out what's really new on offer.
After replacing the ML class with the new GLE nomenclature in Europe, Mercedes-Benz has now brought the car to India. The ML was also due for a makeover anyway, so the timing worked perfectly, not just here but worldwide. The new range is trying to be the E-class of SUVs. The interiors are improved, luxurious, and sport all the bells, whistles, and gadgets that buyers today demand. It's a good differentiator to carry into the Indian market too. After all, the GLE family will need to now take on two new cars that will also try very hard to establish themselves as the segment benchmark. Now that's the second generation of the Volvo XC90, which is already here, and the second generation of the soon-to-be launched Audi Q7. And don't forget the BMW X5 either.
So it's pretty much a facelift on the ML, and that's something we told you when we reviewed the car from Austria a few months ago on CNB. It is of course now here in India, and so the Indian version reflects exactly the same kind of changes that the company was talking about to us in Austria, and that is that the car looks more upmarket now. There was a very specific need for it to start to look a little more premium given where the competition is going, and so you've got chrome on the bumper which instantly sort of makes it look a little more high-end. The front grille has been finished off in a three-tone finish which also looks pretty sharp. The hood looks a little bit more pronounced and muscular now as well, which kind of relates well to the fact that the car is a little bit more, let's say, adventure-oriented, a little more off-road oriented. Again, when compared to the rivals, that's a good positioning to take. And you've got the LED signature going through a little bit of a change, so an updated headlamp which is prettier and again more upmarket looking, more in line with what you've seen at the sedan end of the Mercedes-Benz portfolio as well.
The new GLE will still retain its 250 and 350 CDI nomenclature for the two diesel engine variants. And yes, that means the same engines, though they have been tweaked. The 250 will continue to give Mercedes-Benz India the bulk of its sales with the GLE, but the car with all the goodies besides extra power is the 350 that is with me today.
The 4MATIC or the all-wheel drive is now standard. You also get the 9-speed transmission now, the 9G-tronic, which is standard across the range, and very soon across the Mercedes family you'll see the 7G-tronic being replaced by the 9G-tronic. Improves drivability and of course mileage just a little bit. And then on the 350 you get the air suspension as standard as well. It also helps you to raise the height of the car in off-road mode, which is something you can select using this new drive program selection that you also now get on the GLE. I'm going to slip it into sport mode.
And that's where the car comes alive as it leaps forward. But Mercedes-Benz claims more than just cruising on this car, and as some of you may recall, I did take the new GLE off-road too in Austria, so I know that it's more than just a pretty face. On the off-road setting, by the way, the car can gain height by as much as 90 millimeters. It has hill descent control, and it also lets you judge the terrain type and select the appropriate settings for throttle, suspension and engine performance. The car is being assembled locally and is priced between 58 and 70 lakh rupees for the two variants. A directly imported variant later will be the new coupe body style that arrives to compete with the BMW X6 in the first half of 2016.
And speaking of new launches, Maruti Suzuki has unleashed the much-awaited Baleno in the market. Here's a closer look at the company's pricing strategy and how it plans to make the Baleno a blockbuster.
The World Car Baleno is finally here.
It's time for Baleno.
It's been a blockbuster opening for the Maruti Suzuki Baleno as the company has launched the premium hatch, starting it at 4,99,000 rupees ex-showroom Delhi.
Baleno, made of metal.
We proudly present to you the World Car Baleno.
Following the Make in India, Sell Globally philosophy, the Baleno, with a host of well-rounded features, steps into an intensely cutthroat segment with cars like the Hyundai i20, Honda Jazz and Volkswagen Polo. Besides undercutting the price of the rivals, the Baleno comes equipped with quite a lot of features, including a new focus on safety. The car comes with anti-theft security system, ABS with EBD, dual airbags and front seat pretensioners and force limiters as standard safety features across the entire lineup. Engine options offered on the Baleno include a 1.2-litre VVT petrol and a 1.3-litre DDIS diesel. The petrol engine churns 84 brake horsepower, while the diesel unit punches out 74 brake horsepower. Transmission options for the Baleno include a 5-speed manual for both the petrol and diesel, while a CVT is available only in petrol. So there's a lot that it comes packed with, and at a price which is exceptionally tempting. Be advised though, all prices are introductory.
We've always said that it is going to be a blockbuster Baleno. So that's what it's like. It undercuts both your rivals, but still you're fairly late into the game of premium hatchbacks. How do you expect the Baleno to perform, and what were your expectations when building it here?
Baleno itself, that as I said, that second car about our next channel. That's why the very important model for us also. Of course, we have to expecting some volume sales, but through Baleno network, we have to still developing it. It takes a time, gradually expecting increasing the touch point with the customer, and then we presented the good product for the customer. That is our target. Maybe in this year it's quite tough because we only have the 100 dealership network in it. Maybe next year the 150 or the 200 we will be easily to touch some other new customer. But also we ourselves some existing sales network supporting the next that system will be supporting our customer who are not find out close to that next showroom. But that part we have to consider the new scheme and then to deliver our good product to the customer nationwide.
My final question to you will be the price that you have set, 4.99 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. Will it cannibalize with the likes of your other products that you have, like the Swift?
We can manage that kind of issue. That showroom itself the different channel. That's why that we can not compete in the same showroom that we have to same type of product. That be a competition that happen, but the next and the existing channel is different. That's why that I don't think so. We expecting purely additional volume. We are expecting.
Now, even in the bike space, there's been a slew of launches, the latest one being from Bajaj with the new range of Avengers. Here's a closer look at the launch event and how the company plans to conquer the lower end of the cruiser market.
It was high time for a refresh, and the new range of Bajaj Avengers comes in the 220cc and 150cc avatars. These bikes are named the Avenger 220 Cruise, 220 Street and also the 150 Street. The basic design of the Avengers remains unchanged. While both Cruise and Street 220cc have the same engine, they do look to appeal to different set of bikers. The Cruise 220 is classic cruiser looking and the Street 220 appeals to a more younger audience. The 220cc Avenger will be capable of putting out 18 bhp along with 17.5 Nm of peak torque. The 220 Cruise comes with a bit more chrome on it and the headlamps, side grabs and the handlebar are all dipped in it. The handlebar in the Street series, which currently has only the Street 150, is lower and flatter and meant for city riding. The Street variant gets an all black paint scheme with red headlights, black exhaust, new grab rail, new instrument cluster and much more. There is some inspiration clearly from the Harley Street 750.
A deliberate move by Bajaj Auto, obviously, to put in 3 bikes simultaneously just before the Diwali season. And we do hope that they'll do very well with customers.
Now, first the AS series, then the RS series, and now a whole lot of Avengers. Is it a move to regain the market share? What's the entire whole target been like?
Bajaj has always been the leader in the sports motorcycle market in the country. And like any leader, I think if we need to grow the market, we have to take product actions and we have to create excitement and give customers a reason to look at buying a new bike. So we believe that product innovation is key to doing this, and we have done exactly that. So the Race Sport 200, Pulsar RS 200 has delivered way beyond, I think, what most people expected. It has surprised everyone. It has already become the largest selling in its category. It has grown the market by close to around 5,000 units every month. The Adventure Sport has established its own niche, and now you find people talking about adventure. We do believe that the new Avengers will do exactly the same thing for leisure cruising.
Now, for a bike like Avenger, the previous Avenger was also very popular among. So when you went back to the drawing board to come up with new Avengers, what was the first thoughts? What exactly you wanted in the entire new look of Avenger?
Well, certainly it was to keep what works and to enrich it significantly and tell, so that when a person looks at the new Avenger and when he rides the new Avenger, he says, wow, this bike retains all the iconic classicism of what the old Avenger and a cruiser really is, and is a much, much better product. So it is close to 1,000 changes which have been made on the bike, and each of them is there for a reason, and we believe when customers ride it, they'll be delighted by what we've come out with.
Talking about the prices, 84,000 and 75,000 for the 150cc, some might say it is very aggressively priced. Is it because of the festive season? Is it because the market demand is such way? What is it?
No, it is purely because we have a brilliant design and manufacturing facility that knows how to design to a cost and manufactures very, very efficiently to a particular cost level. We have the volumes on our powertrains and indeed other components to be able to price things in a particular way, and we are using that to be able to price a product which we believe is appropriate to the market it's supposed to serve.